What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of ThirdEyeCyphs. I'm your host, Natalia, as always. And how are you doing? It was Friday morning. It is 7 in the morning now, but I woke up. I originally set my alarm at 5:55 in the morning to get this done because, as always, I think you guys know, I do work Friday mornings. And, sometimes I work, or, I'll record the episode before I work in the morning, and then I'll, release the episode after work. But I also have a meeting right after work, so I have, no time to even record after I start the yoga classes this morning. So I definitely had to wake up earlier, because I did not want to release an episode tonight. I want you guys, some of you, to listen to this tonight. Maybe you want to listen to this tonight, who knows? I hope you guys liked last episode. I thought it was really cool to have, Justin on the show. I thought it was a really good interview. If you haven't checked out that episode, it's the episode right before this. It's an interview with Pink Skadink. And yeah, I really liked it. It was fun. I was a little nervous at first. I don't know why, because I've never done a podcast episode in front of him. And then I felt like he would be nervous or awkward too, because I don't think he's ever been on a podcast episode before. But it was really fun. Hold on, let me turn down the gain, because I noticed it was very loud last episode. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed making that one. And yeah, I literally, I was gonna talk about aliens today, honestly. I was preparing for today's episode last night, and then Justin video called me, and then I was just talking to him, but then time was going by, and I was like, okay, I have to go to sleep early because I have to wake up early to do this episode. But I wasn't even prepared at all because I was too busy talking to him. And then I was like, I don't know what to talk about tomorrow. And then he was like, talk about aliens. And then I was like, holy shit, yeah, duh, because what the heck, I planned on talking about aliens on here anyways. I feel like I got so caught up in self-help and self-improvement and energy and all that stuff that I forgot about the super paranormal side of this whole entire podcast and conspiracy theory thing. So I was gonna talk about aliens today, but I have an even better idea. Only mainly because I have to cut this episode short, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that. I just noticed that I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I do have to cut today's episode short because I would start work at 8 and it's already 7:05. But anyways, yeah, I actually know this whole time, even this morning, I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk about aliens. And then as I'm reading, because I want to do a card reading for you guys, as I'm reading, not even reading the cards, as I'm shuffling the cards, I just got insight of what I should do today on. So I'm gonna hold the alien episode probably for next week. If tell me if you guys want to hear me talk about aliens, honestly. Reach out to me, guys. Don't think oh, okay, my opinion doesn't matter. No, please write to me and let me know, because you think oh, people probably already wrote to her or whatever. No, nobody wrote to me. You're the one who's gonna write to me. So please let me know. Do you want me to talk about aliens? Who knows? What do you think about aliens? What are your theories? So yeah, just to what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so today we're actually gonna be talking about how to bring change within. The reason why I decided to do this episode, is because it was kind of an insight thing again, like I said, and then also, sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes, I'm so sleepy. But also, I feel a lot of stuff has been changing around me. It's not very drastic, but I do see it. It's in front of my face. Things are changing. And I did mention to you before that, I had the dream that we kind of went through a shift. And ever since then, I've been feeling it. Not a shift specifically, but I'm feeling, I guess you can say a shift in reality. I shifted to a reality where things are changing a lot right now. I don't know if it's the same for you, but I do see a lot of stuff changing around me, and it's not even just in my personal life. I see it around me, other people's lives are changing that I know, or people that I know know people or like society as a collective. And you know, maybe you guys want to bring, maybe you feel like you're not changing, maybe you want to bring this change within you. And it's also, I also really want to talk about, you know, being adaptable to change too. And it's so great because, you know, as soon as I got this insight, I literally, like, I was planning on pulling the cards like right before then anyways. So I got the insight and then I was like, oh, that's what I'll do the episode on. And then I pulled the cards and it was perfect. So it was kind of like, spiritual guidance, and I also wanted to talk about that too, and intuition. It's called all kind of on the same subject. So let me situate this microphone. Okay, so yeah. Okay, well, let's begin. So the first card that I pulled for you is the journey card. Now, you guys have gotten this card before, but this card is in reverse. Now, of course, since it's in reverse, I did pull another card afterwards. So this journey card, now, if you guys don't remember, if you guys are new or listening to this for the first time, oh yeah, if you're listening to this first time, I do these card readings, and it's basically for you guys, you know. I truly believe that whatever message that you hear at any time, you are meant to hear at that time. I think that information you are not meant to receive, you won't really receive it, or like nothing will really happen to it. Like it's not anything that's like a thing in your life. Like it's kind of something that's there, but it's not really, it doesn't really pertain to you. So if you're listening to these messages and they relate to you, let me know. So yeah, you got this journey card. It's in reverse. Now, this journey card usually means, you know, you're about to embark on a journey. You're either moving, things are changing. Maybe you're going to travel. Maybe you're going to get a new job. You're taking a new path in life. So in reverse, this card means that, you know, you may be trying to get away. Maybe you want to move out. Maybe you want to go on vacation. Maybe you're just trying to get away from, you know, whatever responsibilities you've been dealing with, or, you know, just your life, some family. So that can mean that, you know, your inner wanting to kind of get away, get out, and or it could even mean some delays or cancellations and things. So I thought it was very interesting that that was what this card was, because it means that something could be standing in your way, and lines of communication can get crossed. So I think, and it's really funny because I don't know if we're in Mercury. I'm gonna look it up right now. I don't know if we're in Mercury retrograde, but a few days ago, everything was just not working out for me, but very technological wise, and I was like, are we in Mercury retrograde? Because it freaking feels like that. In 2020, Mercury will apparent retrograde between February 17th to March 10th, June 18th to July 12th, October to November 3rd. Okay, so we're not in Mercury retrograde, but wow, Mercury goes into retrograde a lot. But my laptop broke, guys. Now, the laptop I usually record this on, this is like my home laptop. So this one's good. This is like my backup. But my brand new laptop that I like saved up so much money for. I'm gonna like change the song. What the heck? Ramdas is in this song. Oh wow. Who is this? Oh, it is East Forest. Okay, well I'm changing it anyways. Sorry. I can't have anybody. That's why I put on East Forest, because like if somebody's talking in the background, like I can't concentrate on what the heck I'm saying. So yeah, everything, like my laptop broke. I spent so much money on this laptop, and like it's not like I broke it. I didn't drop it or anything. It literally broke because I turned it off while I was playing a video, and I did this in the middle of my sleep. Like I was watching a video and I fell asleep watching a video, and then I woke up in the middle of my sleep. The video was still playing, so I just turned off the laptop. Like I didn't think anything of it. I was sleeping, and then that broke the laptop. I was like, what the heck? I spent so much money on this laptop for it to break that easy. Like this laptop right here that I've been using for years, like I turned that off in the middle of doing everything and it's still alive. Like what the heck? So I had to send it back to the company, which sucked because that's like what I only think I get like I have a warranty on it, right? Like it was still in the warranty because I just got it. Like hasn't even been a year yet, guys. Hasn't even been a year. This is like the Surface Pro 7, like a really great piece of technology, I guess. So I had the warranty still on it, so I returned. But then like if I get it back, I don't have a warranty on it anymore, right? I don't think so. So like what if it breaks? Like that's so annoying. Like what the heck is that? And then even after that, I don't even remember that happened. I know the laptop broke, and then something else was not working after. I think it was oh man, I can't remember. Something wasn't working either. I think it was this laptop, or I couldn't video edit, or I don't know what it was. It was something like that. I don't know. Something happened immediately after, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what is happening right now? Like, why can't I use anything? Like, nothing's working. Everything's breaking. And so yeah, I thought it was really funny that it said that there could indicate a delay or cancellation, and lines of communication may get crossed, because that's something that very much happens during Mercury retrograde. You know, communication is very hard during that time, I guess you can say, like miscommunications, delays and things, and traffic, technology mishaps, contracts, you know, a lot of stuff just may get like kind of, you know, ruffled up, I guess you can say, during Mercury retrograde. So I thought it was really funny that it said that, but it also said don't let potential changes upset you. Refocus your energy and be flexible enough to alter your schedule or destination as needed. Remember, you can always create new adventures even in your present location or situation. And I thought this was great because it means to be flexible. You know, you may be experiencing these delays, you may be experiencing you know, technology mishaps, all this stuff, but like, you know, okay, of course I'm gonna be upset about my laptop. Like, what the heck, it's new, like why do I have to do this, right? But as soon as it happened, like I knew I had to get the second video done, because like that if you guys don't know, like I had to, when I went to Pennsylvania, I had to split up my vlog video into 2 pieces because you know, I'm just getting used to this whole vlog thing. I could have done it better, but it was a lot of footage, so I just split it up into 2 videos. And I just released the first half, and then I was gonna get ready to start editing the second video literally the day that I tried turning on my laptop, and it wouldn't turn on. So I was like, okay, there's obviously a delay and the reason why I shouldn't be doing this video right now. But then I was like, oh wait, but I still have this laptop, and I have like my OG video editor, which is Movie Maker, but I don't like movie. Like once I moved on from that, like my last video, I moved on from that. Once I got onto that, I'm like, I don't want to go back to Movie Maker. And but that's what I'm doing right now. I went back to Movie Maker for the time being, because I do want to release this episode. But I tried, you know, downloading a new video editor on this laptop, but it doesn't really, it's too laggy, and I have to convert the file still, and it's too much extra work that I might as well just do it on Movie Maker, but it's not gonna be as good as the first one, I don't think. So anyways, I'm being flexible, dealing with what I have, but also when that happened, I was like, okay, there's obviously a delay on why I shouldn't release this video right now, or why I shouldn't work on this video right now, and I'm gonna take that as a sign, basically. And then like new stuff kept popping up. It was just like it was obvious that, you know, I had to be flexible. You know, don't get discouraged so easily. Like everything happens for a reason. You think like, oh, this is a mistake, blah blah blah, but everything is divine timing, guys. I can't stress this enough. Everything is made by design. Everything is perfectly placed where it's supposed to be. And you know, I thought about this. I was on the beach, I think last weekend, or like in the middle of the week last week or something like that, and I'm looking at all these stones on the beach in the water, like kind of like where the waves kind of meet the sand, and all these stones had been like washed up, but the way it looked was that they were all placed perfectly, like in perfect proportions. And you know what? I don't doubt it, because this universe, this reality is very mathematical. It's very geometrical. So everything, whether you realize it or not, has a certain like space between it. Like everything is by design, guys. Like everything is placed geometrically perfectly. Like you may not realize it, but it absolutely is. It's insane. It's insane. If you've ever done psychedelics, you can see this with your own eyes, guys. Like I speak about this from experience. It definitely becomes more apparent to you, and that's when I realized that. I realized that when I heard the Moana song. Well, I kind of already realized it before, but after I saw Moana, Moana changed my life. Like, not because like, oh, Moana's such a great movie, but Moana, like, I don't even want to get into it. That movie is super, one, subliminal, two, it's like a message from the universe to me. So in the song, what is it? How Far I'll Go. She goes, everything is by design. And like, you kind of overlook that. But she says like, oh, the people do this, the people do that. Everything is by design, Everything is placed perfectly where it is. Like everybody does what they need to do. Like everything is happening perfectly. Everything's by design. So everything is Haku's literally like laying on top of my arm right now. Like she just came here and just like laid on top of my arms. She's so cute. Hi Haku, you're joining the podcast. Okay. So yes, everything is by design, guys. So do not get so caught up in, oh, this happened, the delay to cancellation. Relax, okay? Everything is happening the way it's supposed to. There's always a delay for a reason. Maybe you need to focus on something else at the moment. Mine being probably spiritual practice, because I have been feeling a calling to, dive deeper into my spiritual practice. So that's what I've kind of been using this time for. That whole day that the laptop broke, I was just, okay, like this is my day to read and study a little, because I've been feeling the urge to. So then that's literally what I did. And that's what I've been doing this past couple of days, kind of altering between trying to edit the video, which I think it just started yesterday, honestly. But yeah, anyways, refocus your energy and be flexible enough to alter your schedule or destination as needed. I can't stress that enough. And that goes with bringing change within, like the whole topic that we're talking about today. You definitely have to be flexible, guys. Don't always feel like there is a certain path to get to a certain destination. There's really not. Like, okay, you want to get to a certain destination, but if you have such a narrow viewpoint of how you're going to get there, you're not allowing other ways for you to get there to present themselves, or for you to take different routes. So always be open-minded and always be flexible. So yeah, that's what I really feel like this card meant. Especially when it comes to delays and stuff like that. So I did pull from the energy card deck. I didn't pull from my new deck because, I feel like a lot of my energy is already in these cards, and I was super tired this morning, guys. I don't want to have to like spend an hour trying to like connect with the other cards. I mean, I know I don't have to, but like, I don't know. I feel like it would just be way easier and faster if I just use the cards I'm used to already. So the affirmation for this card, if you guys want to write it down in your phone, is, I am attracting wonderful new adventures to me. I am attracting wonderful new adventures to me. My life is a blessing, taking me to new places, inside and out. My life is a blessing, taking me to new places, inside and out. So, of course, since we pulled it reversed, I did pull a second card to say, like, what happens once you, be flexible? Or not even what happens when you be flexible, but I just pulled the second card, honestly, because I was like, come on, what's gonna happen next? So this is what's happening now. I feel like these two cards, like, especially when the present card is reversed, the next card is gonna be like a future card. And you got the Goddess of the Moon, which represents intuition and going within. Now, I thought this was so great because I literally used my intuition to do this episode today, like what to talk about. And then also, I've been getting a lot of like intuitive insights lately, and I thought it was interesting that I pulled that card because I used my I was like, wow, like I'm using my intuition, like something like that this morning. And then I did get I remembered that I have been recently getting a lot of intuitive feelings, and that's a great way of connecting with source or your spirit guides. They talk to you through intuition, those urges or things that you naturally get pulled to, like, oh, or those aha moments. That's usually how your guides speak to you, through your intuition. So you got the goddess of the moon. She represents intuition, going within, and she's holding the moon, and it's super bright. There's like this waterfall behind her, and she looks like she's about to shoot it into a basketball hoop, honestly. Like, she literally looks like she's about to shoot a ball into a basket, but it's the moon. And yeah, so she's receiving light from the moon, and it's supposed to be light of inspiration. Now, it says, this card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright, look at another Ram Dass song. It's gonna be all talking. Yeah, so, what was I saying? This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. The goddess of the moon brings all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you can get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later you've avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have an idea for a great invention, a stock investment, or a novel. This card can also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship. You're always blessed with this ability to connect, but this card is telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. Get ready for the amazing inspiration this brings. So, I thought this was great because it means now is the time. Now, I don't know if you guys, maybe you guys have been receiving a lot of intuitive insights lately, like more than usual. Let me know if you have been, because it might be a collective thing. I won't know until you guys tell me. Like, I have actually been receiving more intuitive insights at the time, or like, like it said, intuition, it could come to you as inspiration. Have you been getting a lot of inspiring ideas, or just inspired to do certain things that you want to take action on? I feel like this card means that you are connected right now. You are connected right now. You have the ability to contact your spirit guides. You have the ability to find out where you are in life. You know, the energy is really high right now. That's what I feel like. And I feel like maybe that's why my laptop broke. I have been feeling like the energy is high right now ever since, I had that shift dream. I've just been feeling like the energy is high. I've been feeling really inspired to do things. I'm constructing a new schedule. I just got a new position, like a new promotion. So a lot of things are changing around me, but everything seems good. Like, everything seems like it's moving up, or just the energy is high. And, usually when energy's high, like, technology does mess up. So I literally just put the points together right now. Like, maybe it just broke because I turned it off. But maybe the energy was high. Who knows? But that's what the lady told me. I was like, why did this happen? And she was like, usually this happens because you turned it off during a video. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then as soon as she said that, I had a flashback to the night before, because literally the next day I tried turning it on and it wouldn't turn on. And I was on the phone with Microsoft tech support, like, all morning, trying to figure out what happened with my laptop. And then when she was like, okay, we can get you a replacement, I was like, okay, but like, why did this happen? And how can I avoid this from happening again? She was like, yeah, usually this happens when you turn it off when you're playing a video. I was like, what? And then I remembered the night before me turning off the laptop while I was sleeping. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So yeah, I truly feel like, intuition is high right now. You have the ability to contact your spirit guides and connect deeper. What I do want to talk about is, before I say the affirmation, is that, where did it say it? Okay, so it said, but this card is telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. I feel like this has a lot to do with also being flexible, or being open. Be open to receiving. You cannot be open to receiving if you're not flexible, because you can get anything at any time. You have to be willing to receive anything. A lot of things are blessing in disguises, guys. Like, literally, something seems like it's bad, but it may be a blessing in disguise. So you need to be very open-minded with stuff like this, especially right now. And it said going within, intuition, going within, seeking what is inside you, what truly matters to you. What are you feeling? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? So yes, your affirmation for that card is, I have a strong intuitive voice. I have a strong intuitive voice. I freely receive guidance, and I understand and trust the messages I receive. I freely receive guidance, and I understand and trust the messages I receive. Well, guys, that was your card reading for the day. So yeah, look, we're already 26 minutes in. I got locked out of my work profile because they changed the password, and then I was trying to log in with the set password I already had on it, and then I forgot that we changed the password. So then when it came time for me to type in the new password, I got locked out. So I have to wait a half hour to log back in. But it's okay, we have time. We do have another half hour. I think I could do an hour episode, or a little less than an hour. But anyways, so yes, bringing change within. Now, I'm gonna revamp my vision board, so I might be doing a vision board video on YouTube soon. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna try to get over with the PA video, or the PA trip video, so I could do the visualization board right after. So yeah, anyways, bringing change within, right? So again, like I said, okay, vision boards are a great way to set in front of you what it is that you actually want to aim for, like kind of keep your mind like on what you want, because it's so easy to get distracted with things, you know, like maybe you want to write a book, right? This is an example. You want to write a book, and you know what you want to write it about, all this stuff, whatever. You put that on your vision board, right? Say you don't put it on your vision board. Then, like, okay, you have all these great ideas and you want to write this book, but then you get all distracted with all this stuff. Like, oh, I want to go to this. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that. Suddenly you forget what you were going to write in the book, or you don't feel as motivated to write the book. And, you know, maybe it was a message from your guides, like, you need to write this book. It's going to change your life. Who knows? But you got distracted with otherworldly things, and now you kind of drifted off the path. Now, you're always at the right place at the right time, of course. But maybe you just put a delay in, you know, getting something that you wanted. So, I feel like vision boards are a great way, especially to bring change within, because it's in your face all the time. Now, before I get back into that, the number one thing I wanted to say, and if you guys watch Aaron Doughty, I think that's how his last name's pronounced, Aaron Doughty, he's a YouTuber. He also has a podcast now, I think. I don't know what it's called though. But his YouTube is just Aaron Doughty, and he does a lot of manifestation videos, and shift videos, and I guess bringing change within. Now, I haven't seen any of his most recent videos, but I used to watch a lot of him back when I was living downtown. Usually before work, it was very like inspirational, especially when I was trying to revamp myself. This was in the beginning of the year, and his big thing was like, you know, changing yourself for 2020. And, you know, I was preparing myself for this year. So during the beginning of this year, I was doing a lot of change within, I guess you can say, or trying to work on myself. So a thing that he says a lot is the number one way to change yourself is to change your story. Change the story you tell yourself. What is your story? Well, your story is basically who you say you are, who you think you are. When somebody says, hey, like, how are you? Like, who are you? What do you do? That is your story. Or, like, you know, the story you tell yourself, you know, not the story you tell somebody else. So, like, okay, I'm gonna do what I like my regular story is, I guess you could say. Like, I'm not really gonna like, okay, so like I grew up in this place. I moved around a lot. I went to about this time, you know, I didn't like school, so I didn't go to school. But I found like my spiritual practice during this year, and I accomplished this by this year, and you know, I got a job by this year. I moved to California by this time. I got my own apartment by this time, and you know, this is a story that you tell yourself. This is what I did. This is who I am, kind of thing. So if you have trauma in your life, like, oh, I went through this, you know, I was neglected during these few years, I was abused during these few years, just whatever it is that you tell yourself that is your story, that is the person you are staying. So going to what I mentioned a lot, I talk a lot about realities, so does he, but I also really talk about alternate realities, parallel realities, the realities we're in, how to shift into different realities. And a quick overview, if this is your first time listening, if you guys are a frequent listener, then you should know we are constantly changing through realities. It's like every second, like literally, like by the snap of your fingers, realities are constantly changing. Like literally, time is not linear. It's just like one after the other, or one after the other, one after the other, like moment. And depending when you decide to choose a different path, you're moving into an alternate reality. So like, okay, say you come to a crossroad, right? Or I don't know, not a crossroad, but like a split in the road, right? You're driving straight, and then suddenly you either have to turn left or you have to turn right. Say you turn left, right? There is a reality where you turned right. So like there is a reality for every single situation. It just depends which reality you want to put yourself into. So by changing your story, the story you tell yourself, you're living in that reality. But if you change your story, so you can say like, and the story he changed himself to was, you know, I am Aaron Dowdy. I make 2 YouTube videos a week. I release 2 YouTube videos a week. I am a YouTuber. And this was before he even got that big on YouTube, before he was putting 2 videos out a week. He was putting himself in the place that he wanted to be in the here and now, because that's all there is, guys. You know, I say there's moment, but it's all happening in the present moment. It's all happening in the present moment. There is no past or future. It's only what we perceive it to be. So, you know, we see the future, right? But it hasn't happened yet because it's only in our vision. The past, it already happened. It's not happening right now. It's only happening in our mind because of what we remembered it to be, which was the present moment at the time. And it just became the past because now it's in our memories and it's not happening right now. So there is only this present moment. If you change who you are in this present moment now, then that's who you are in the present moment. And all you have to do is be consistent with that and be that person in the here and now. And then you'll be that person in the future because the future is happening now. So, for example, like if you want to accomplish something, like I said, like, you know, Aaron Dowdy said, I release 2 YouTube videos a week. You know, say what you want. And this is when it comes back to the vision boards. You know what you want first. Know what you want. And then be that person now. He has a lot of guided meditations that are I don't know, there was one I'm gonna look up, I think I saved it. There's a YouTube video and it's like a guided meditation kind of, and I would do it every morning. He would say, do this meditation every day for a certain amount of time. My music stopped. I don't know what happened. Meditations. Here we go. So, I have 2 on here from him. The one that I'm talking about is called "This Meditation Will Shift You to a Parallel Reality." Looking for best, and you ever guys got that ad on YouTube? This meditation will shift you to a parallel reality, and then in parentheses in capital letters it says, "Warning: There's no going back." And this video was released 2 years ago, but it is on his page. And then there's also another one called "Guided Meditation to Become Your Best Self Now." In capital letters is now. And then in parentheses, it says connecting to future self. And then this was posted 3 years ago. So those 2 meditations I recommend. The guided meditation to become your best self now is 10 minutes. And this meditation will shift you to a parallel reality is 20 minutes. I would do the 20 minutes one. He always says, listen to these, consecutively every day for like a month, basically 21 days. And it will change your life. And it will, because I did not do it for 21 days, but I did do it for a week, and I understand why it works. It's because you're shifting your paradigm. If you don't know what your paradigm is, it's basically the way you think. The reality that you're living in is based on the reality that you perceive, the way you think, right? So I mentioned this in the episode before last. It definitely wasn't the last episode, but I mentioned that we talked about vibration and kind of the way we perceive reality is, our true self, it hits this 3D lens, and then once it hits 3D lens, you think you're human, right? So it's kind of like the lens, right? This lens represents the way you view reality, all your perceptions, how you view things, your belief systems, all that's on the lens. That's the stuff that's on your lens. So depending on how you view the reality, how you view the lens, or how you hit the lens, like what's on the lens, the belief systems, the whatever it is, that's how you're going to perceive reality. That is your paradigm. That is the reality that you are experiencing. So say you think that, oh my God, all these people are evil, like everybody's out to get me, right? That's your paradigm. And people are going to seem like they're out to get you. People are going to be out to get you because that's the reality you're putting yourself in. So he puts you in your future self. Okay, first you're going to imagine, what do you want your future self to be? What is it that you want? Now, this is how you bring change within, guys. I'm telling you how to do it without even doing the meditation. The meditation you can do, and it will change your life probably, because I completely understand how it will. If you engrave something into your mind and you put yourself into this person, then it can change your life, because you will want to continuously be that person. So the first thing you got to do is realize, who is it that you want to be? What do you want to change into, right? Okay, so you want to bring change within. You want to be more productive. You want to get more things done. Say you're a music artist, right? You want to record a song every week. You are a person who records one song every week. That is the person you want to be, right? You want to be a person who records one song every week. You want to be somebody who has their own podcast, maybe. You want to be somebody who works at a yoga studio. Who knows? Anybody. It can be anywhere. Works at a certain place. Whatever it is that you want, imagine that person, that future person, that the perfect version of yourself that you want to be. Okay? Whatever it is that you want. That person exists in the here and now, guys. Now, once you create that person in your mind, it is in a reality. It is in a reality. It is existing in a reality. It is being the perfect person that you know it to be, that you want it to be. It is that person that you imagine. That is existing right now. Now, it is how you are going to access that person, how are you going to shift into that reality where you are that person. And how are you going to do that? The only way to do it is in the here and now, because that's all there is. So all you have to do is be that person now. Be that person now. Do the things that person does now. Oh, okay, you want a job. You want to be a person who works in a yoga studio. What does a person in a yoga studio do? What are you capable of doing? Look up all the job qualities that it takes, everything that you need to know how to do. You can learn how to do it, right? Apply at yoga studio. Not right now because COVID and everything, but it could be anything. I'm using a yoga studio because I work at a yoga studio. It's the best example I can think of right now. Apply to yoga studios or apply to whatever job it is, and do the things that you would as if you were a person working at a yoga studio, or whatever. If you're somebody who records a song every day, or every week, record a song every week. Say, I am a person who records a song every week. and be a person who records a song every week. It doesn't even have to get done. You don't even have to mix and master it. Just record a song every week, because it's putting you into that place. You could take, like, it's baby steps, guys. You could take baby steps, or you can, like, full-fledged, mix and master the song every week and, like, put in all effort and be that person now, right? But you could also do baby steps. Just record a song every week. You don't even have to finish it. But if you want to be, it's more easier if it's like, okay, I want to be more positive. I want to think of things in a more positive light. I want to be more reassuring. I want to be more helpful to my friends. So you can, in a situation where you feel negative, think to yourself, how can I be positive in this situation? Ask your friends, do you need help with something? If you see a friend in need, how can I help you? Be of service. If you want to be of service, apply at your local, like, churches, or like homeless shelters, or like for volunteer work, or to work for the street, at an animal shelter. It can be anything that you can do now, guys. So you have to change your story of what it is I do now, instead of, oh, okay, I'm a student, I'm studying this, I usually study a lot, I work at this place, nothing that seems like it's not very like proactive, or like that's really gonna get you to where you want to be. Don't keep telling yourself a story that you don't want to keep reliving. If you don't want to keep reliving it, stop telling yourself that is your story, that is your life, that is your reality, because you're going to keep living it. It's kind of like depression. I was really depressed when I was younger, but I stayed depressed for a long time because I kept, like, getting depressed over things that I was already depressed about. So, like, okay, when I first started, it was because I was moving a lot. I was really sad. I was moving a lot. I missed my friends. I missed my old town. And I was super sad about that, right? And I just kept moving from there. So, like, it was really, like, I was getting really sad because, like, I was moving. I couldn't really stay anywhere. I couldn't really get friends. And it was just, like, constantly happening. But then when it kind of stopped, it didn't really stop. But, like, when it did kind of stop, like, for a year, like, I stayed at the same place for 1 year, I was still depressed over, like, oh, I moved from this place and then I moved from that place. So I kept, like, getting sad over and over again about things that had already happened. And I was I would just get even more depressed because I was like, oh my God, like, look how depressing my life is. Look what I've been going through. Like, literally, it was just like, oh my God, I've been through so much. Oh my God, I'm going through so much. And, like, but, like, I was, like, I wasn't changing anything. But of course, like, I'm a kid, I had no, like, at this time, guys, I had no self-actualization, or, like, I wasn't aware. I had no self-awareness, basically. I wasn't aware of my inner mind. Like, I didn't know I could control my mind. Like, this was all before then. So, like, I was stuck in this, guys. And this is why I'm trying to help you, because you don't need to be stuck in this. So stop telling yourself that story. Stop getting depressed over things that happened years ago. Like, literally, you are in the present moment. Is it happening right now? Is it happening right now? Or did it happen to you 17 years ago? Like, come on, guys. Are you going to live in the past? Because it's not happening anymore. The only place that exists is in your mind. Now, do you want to keep it in your mind? Do you want to keep living that scenario over and over again in your mind? No. Okay. If it's severely traumatic, of course, it's going to be hard to forget it. And this is where, therapy comes into play, trauma healing, holistic healing, shadow work. That's when all that stuff comes on to play, especially with severe trauma, abuse, sexual abuse, it could be physical abuse, family abuse, whatever it is, that could be a little harder to drop. But I'm talking about, like, stuff like me, like, okay, I moved around a lot. All right, I'm okay now. Like, it made me the person who I am. I could still be crying about it. I could literally still be like, oh my gosh, I moved around so a lot when I grew up, and I didn't have any friends, and I didn't like school in the end, and, like, it's like, okay, relax. Like, it doesn't need to be like that. But you know what I mean, guys. You don't need to keep telling that. And that was the story I was telling myself. I was telling myself the same story for years, guys. And I was depressed for years because I kept telling myself the same story. Oh, I've been through so much. Oh, I moved around a lot, so a lot. And literally, when I became aware that I was in control of my mind, my depression stopped. I mean, now I get depressed over small things, and that's kind of like a thing that's like with me. I think it's like, I don't know if it's like muscle memory from being depressed for so long, that like I get easily depressed over small things that have no use being depressed over. But I mean, I'm aware of it. It's just kind of like moving on from that. But you know, I'm not like stuck in bed for weeks and stuff like that. It's nothing like that. So anyways, there's just kind of like an example. But the number one way, guys, and I feel like that's why I really like Aaron Dougherty, because it's true. You know, he may say the same thing all the time, because in all his videos it pretty much sounds safe. Like he was abused when he was younger, and he hated his stepmother, and that was kind of like the story he kept telling himself, that, oh, he was abused, you know, now he's dumb, he's stupid, blah, blah, blah. And that's another thing, you know, you put your self-worth down because of things that you've been through. So like, maybe you were abused, maybe you were put down, maybe you were bullied, right? And you believe that you're worthless, you're not capable of doing things, you can't really do a lot, all this stuff, and you feel like that now because you were put down before. So you need to revamp your story. Use affirmations, guys. This is why the affirmations are here when I tell them to you. Use affirmations to revamp your story. I watched a video yesterday that it was this guy who grew up, you know, trying to form a relationship with his dad. You know, he was 12 years old, working in the barn at 5 in the morning, and there was all these rats, and he came to his dad and he's like, can you at least go with me? And he was like, no. He locked him out of the house. He was like, go do your chores. And he was like scared because he was a little kid, but he always grew up trying to get, you know, validation from his dad. He wanted to play with him. He said he was going to play with him one day, and he asked to play with him, and then he like freaked out, and he was like, I put money on this table, I put food on this table, like, you're gonna have to go outside and play by yourself, like, you're gonna have to work hard one day too, blah, blah, blah. So he never like formed a relationship with his dad, and because of that, over time, he didn't feel like he was good enough. Like, nothing he did was good enough, because he, you know, he won all these hockey awards, and he got this good job, and he was like a millionaire by the time he was a certain age, and he did all this great stuff to try to get this validation from his dad, and he never got it. So he believed that he wasn't worth anything until he got into real estate, and then he had this mentor, and then his mentor kind of saw the way he thought, and he was like, you need to revamp your story, basically. You need to change how you think. And he said, like, who do you like? Like, and then he said, who did he say? Some old actor. But anyways, he said he liked him because he was rugged. And then he said, so tell yourself that. He was like, tell yourself, I am handsomely rugged. Tell yourself that every morning, when you get up, when you're in the shower and whatever. And he was so excited. He was like, and he told himself on the way home, he was like, I am handsomely rugged, I'm handsomely rugged. And he told himself that when he got up. He was telling himself that in the shower, he was telling himself that, and he was so excited to, because he realized that he can revamp his story, that he can change his life, the way he thinks, the way he feels about himself. And he just kept saying it until like one day in the shower, he was like, I am the best real estate agent in the world, or like something like that. And then he became like the best real estate agent in the world, or something crazy like that. But what I'm saying is that if you revamp your story, if you change the way you feel about yourself, the way you think about yourself, then you can change your story. You can change the way you are as a person, the way you act towards things, the way you view things. You just have to change your story. So how are you going to do that? 1, find out who you want to be. Who is it that you want to be? Write it down. And this is what I did in the beginning of the year. He said, write down like the future version of you, right? So my paper said 2020 me. And I listed all the things that the 2020 version of me was going to do. And what was it? I was going to go to lessons more. What did I start doing? I started going to temple. I was going to a Hindu temple in Hollywood, and I was going every Thursday for lessons. What else was I going to do? I was going to start meditating more. I was meditating and chanting and doing yoga every morning. What else was I going to do? Practice integrity. That's always on my list. I want to get that tattooed on me. Practice integrity. That was on my list. I think it was start a podcast. I started a podcast in 2020. It was, I don't know. I don't have the list I think it's somewhere. But it had a list of everything that I was going to do, and I started doing it, guys. And that's how I started revamping what I was going to do. Now, I'm going to do it again because, I just changed my schedule. Things are different, you have to be flexible, and that's how it is, we're still in 2020, you know, I'm not going to lessons anymore, but I can still study. I can still do online things. I can still do online lessons. I can still meditate. You have to be flexible. Don't get discouraged so easily, and be flexible. And yeah, so, okay, 1, see that person that you want to be. Write it down. This is the person that, all the attributes of the future version of the person that I want to be. Now, put that on your vision board. Look at that person every day. This person does this every day. Think about, now every day when you wake up and you look at that, think about all the things you can do in that day that can be of that person. How can I practice integrity? How can I learn a lesson today? How can I meditate today? When can I meditate today? Anything, whatever it is on your list. How can I do that now? So, another thing was like spend less money. How can I spend less money today? How can I help someone today? Just look at that list every day and try to be that person every day. I highly suggest doing this meditation. Again, this is by Aaron Dougherty. His last name, Aaron, is Aaron. And then his last name is Dougherty, Doughty. And these videos were posted 2 years ago, 1 year ago. It could be on his like homepage, like one of his most popular meditations. And the thumbnail is "There's no going back" in capital letters. I feel like he has a lot of thumbnails that say that, because a lot of videos he has "There's no going back," but it's the same thing. It's all the same thing. If you watch any of those videos, he would probably be like, there is a meditation that I have, listen to this for 21 days, and then the video will pop up. So I'm sure that anything that says change your story or change reality, there's no going back, like, it will lead you to one of those meditations. And it's all the same thing. He all kind of mentions the same thing, but it's valid stuff, guys. That's why I can't be mad that he says the same stuff all the time, because it is valid. It works. I know why it works, because 1, psychology, 2, reality. Like, reality is, it works, and that's why I'm a high advocate for it. Even though he says the same thing, it freaking works, guys. So change the person you want to be. Know who you want to be in the here and now, and be that person in the here and now, because there is only now. It's so funny because I'm holding this microphone on my Be Here Now book. You have to be here now, guys, because that is all there is. There's only this present moment. So, you know, you have this future version of stuff. Oh, I want to be this person in the future, whatever. There is no future. There's only now. You want to be that person? Be that person now. Don't be 10 minutes from now. Don't be years from now. Be that person now, and great change will come within. So that was my advice to you guys on how to bring change within. If you have any questions, please feel free to DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Natalia of Earth, Natalia of Earth, this planet Earth. And yes, remember to be flexible, guys. You know, a lot of stuff may happen. Let me know. Please DM me. I am, like, DMs are open for you. Like, I will answer every single one of you. Feel free to message me. Do not feel like you can't, or that I won't answer you, or like too many people message me. They really don't. I love when you guys message me. And yeah, I hope this really helped you. Let me know if you related to this episode, if a lot of stuff has been changing around you, and who the person is you want to be. How are you going to go about it? And I hope everything works out. Let me know. Again, remember to be flexible, guys. Remember that everything is divine timing. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe something's happening in your life right now that doesn't seem too great, but remember, everything is divine timing. I'm sure there's a wonderful outcome. If you want to know why certain things are happening, I'm thinking about doing card readings over either Zoom, if you guys want to do Zoom meetings with me, or we can do video chat on Instagram. I've done that with a few people. I can read your cards. It won't be expensive. I'll probably only charge $5. But let me know what you guys think about that. Honestly, DM me if you would like to do a card reading with me, or you can do a card reading with anybody. Ask, why is this certain thing happening? You could ask questions, or like what's going to happen in the future, or anything like that, if you want a personal card reading, because maybe these card readings are too general for you. You want something specific. You want to ask a specific question. Again, feel free to reach out to me. And yes, please continue to support me. You can support me on Anchor. I think if you just go on Anchor / ThirdEyeCyphs, or if you look up ThirdEyeCyphs on Anchor, you can do some kind of like monthly subscription. I don't know if there's set prices or you can like just donate however much you want every month. But that would be a great way to support me. Even if it's like $1, I might start a Patreon. Let me know if you're interested in helping me out with that. I don't know if I'll start it, only if I have some people who are willing to, you know, join me on Patreon, and I'll have some exclusive stuff on there too if I really do decide to go through with Patreon. So let me know if you guys want to do that. Be sure to look out for my YouTube video. I might be doing a visualization board video soon on YouTube. My YouTube is World of Natalia. Guys, if you love me, I want to throw this out here real quick. If you love me, go on Instagram. There is a page called World of Natalia, right? It's just World of Natalia, no underscores, nothing. And it is an inactive account. If you can report this account so I can get that username, like if a bunch of you guys just report that account, like all you have to do is put report, it's spam, or it's pretending to be somebody else, and then you could put my Instagram, Natalia of Earth. It's pretending to be Natalia of Earth. If you guys can just do that, like, real quick, or, like, just put it spam, or, like, it's doing bad stuff, or, like, something like that, just to report, because it's inactive. If Instagram sees it's inactive, they'll take down the account. And no, actually don't do it's acting as someone else. Just do it spam. Just keep saying it's spam, because I think they take the whole account off and then you can't use the username. I really want the username World of Natalia so I can get off Natalia of Earth, and I could have a standard username for my YouTube and my Instagram, and it's kind of easier to, you know, find me on things. So yeah, if you love me, do that, please. But if anything, yes, my YouTube is World of Natalia. Look out for videos. Again, my Instagram is Natalia of Earth. My blog is The Writings of Natalia. See, look at this, guys. I have so much different stuff. I want two at most, okay? Not 3. World of Natalia, Natalia of Earth, and The Writings of Natalia. Like, that's too much. 2 is okay. The Writings of Natalia can stay, because those are my writings, right? And then World of Natalia can be everything else, my world, right? It could be the podcast, it could be my Instagram, it could be YouTube, it could be all that. So anyways, thank you so much, guys, for listening. If this was your first time listening, please reach out to me on Instagram and let me know what you thought about this episode, how it helped you, how I can help you. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck in everything. I will talk to you next week. Maybe we'll talk about aliens, maybe we won't. Tell me what you think about that. Tell me what you think about, you know, the new alien sightings and everything that's been happening. I wanted to talk about it because there's a lot going on with the aliens right now, and I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say, and I kind of want you guys to hear what I have to say. So anyways, we'll talk next week. I love you so much, guys, and thank you so much. Peace.